it's Guido coming at you with another Tactics Talk, and thanks for tuning in. We're going to title this one Angles Matter. Angles Matter. So we're going to take a look at some angling and some ways to maneuver the tank, ways to take shots at people without taking return fire, ways to maneuver within certain positions to minimize your exposure. Type 59 coming in here on whatever this is called, El Haluf, and pretty fast tank. I looked at the enemy setup here. You can see that I've loaded into the south spawn on a encounter, and I looked at the enemy setup and I said, you know what, they don't have a whole lot of really fast tanks. What could get up there onto that little ridge right there and shoot me? Maybe the T-20, maybe the T-69, but I don't think many of them. The Hellcat could, but it would be unusual for a Hellcat to come that far forward. Could happen. The IKV actually probably could. He's pretty fast, and the 2801, but none of those worries me too much, and a couple of them I figure wouldn't do it anyway, even if they could. So here we go. See if I can get across, and angles matter. All right, why do I do that? Because angles matter. Instead of getting stuffed back here where the artillery comes in and get up here and letting them take this spot unopposed, I'm actually going to change the angle of this entire fight from a one-directional fight back here to a two-directional from here and here to potentially a three-directional here, here, and here, back up into there. I can move back and forth along this here. The angles matter. So I've created already angle opportunities for me, and while it is dangerous, it was possible I could trade hit points to do it. I figured it was safe enough in this case, and that guy is surprised that I show up. That is not an angle he expected somebody to be at. He did not have a scout or spotter up here to let him know I am coming, and I immediately get 236 hit points free with no return fire off the 3485. What I'm doing here is going already safe, and as soon as he goes dark, I move. I don't want to telegraph that I'm going the other way. I'm going to go over the other way and see if I can't surprise one of these guys from a different angle. Now he knows that they know I'm here. Here we go. And I miss, and that's unfortunate. But it was there. The shot was there. So I want to surprise this guy from an angle he doesn't expect me to come from. Now I see the T-29 coming, and I do telegraph. I want him to know I'm coming up here. I don't want him driving right around the corner. He actually gets artied, which is helpful. And now I change this angle. Look what I'm doing right here. Instead of popping out and just putting my front sprocket out, I'm going to angle here, which is a little over angle, but that's at least a harder target. So, all right, so I'm giving him less to shoot at. And I put a shot into him and back up. Now I'm going to back because I don't want to sit there and let that T-29 come to this and with his nice depression and just pop a shot down into me. So I'm just going to keep on back. And now I'm going to threaten him a little bit because I'm reloaded, and he probably knows that. So I'm going to say, all right, maybe I'll work this angle some more. And I decide against it, and I'll move back until I go dark, except that the T-69 and his buddy, the T-26E5, are getting more aggressive. So I'm actually going to come over here and threaten them a little faster. There we go, and I'm expecting the T-29 at some point to come around. I'm not really paying much attention. I'm hoping the guys next to me can keep him from doing that. The T-26E5 shoots, and there's my buddy, the T-29. So he has shown awareness and enough smarts to come around and come after me. But there are a lot of guys sitting there, along with some artillery. And now I'm a bit of a pickle because the 26E5 has done a pretty good job of changing the angles on me. So he's moved forward. We didn't have really enough up here where the 3045 was to keep them honest. So now I've got a T-26 here, it's T-69. A near-dead friend keeping them a little bit honest, and now I've got this dude back here able to come around the corner. My only saving grace are these chuckleheads sitting right here, which is a fairly soft KV-2, a super soft Hellcat, and now a damaged 50 TP. So angles matter. The enemy team has now put me in a bit of a pickle. The good thing is that I can still fight both directions, and I'm just waiting for this 26E5 to put his turret somewhere else. There he gets hit. He's not really paying attention. He's a bit confused, and he'll take a shot from me. I'll pop out. Now he's turned his turret the other way, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to have another free shot. Thank you very much. Right into the back. Unfortunately, it doesn't light on fire, and now we are really whittling this guy away, so I'll come around. I'm sort of watching that T-29, but at this point, I'm willing to take the chance to put another shot into this guy, and now let's see if we can kill him off. There he goes. Someone else does, and that frees me up. So far, the T-69 has shown no indication of wanting to come around, so I'll move back over here. There's the 69, so he is doing a little bit over there. And now I've got a T-20. T-20, the angles that matter here are my turret and his turret. My angles on my turret are going to bounce more than likely his shots. his angles on his turret and armor are not going to bounce anything. So I'm just going to come and look, get a little corner of his turret, just like that. I bounce. He goes down. He knows he's doomed. He should have backed off long ago. Let's see what we got here, and boom, down he goes. He was actually trying to shoot my hatch, and all I had to do was go into the face of his turret. Now I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier with the angles right here. A little shot into him. That's more a timing thing, and there we go. So now I'm just going to come out here. I'm going to expose as little of my tank as possible, and not only am I going to damage him, now this time I can come out. Don't really care if he can see me, because he's not going to reload in time, so I'll put another shot into him there, and now I'm going to work back into this corner, see if I can get a piece of him, and he's shot. That's fine. Angles matter, and put him down. Now we got a 3485. I do need to worry about artillery. The Hellcat's on a rage going after that guy, so I'm just going to come around. 3485 is backing up. There's the artillery, my buddy. I'll just fix it. All right, that's an important thing to think about right there. I used that kit right there because I needed that shot to go into this 3485. I needed the spotting that he was giving the enemy to go away. Fortunately, the 50 TP kills him, so I don't have to worry about it. But I burned that kit because I needed to. I needed to be 100%. I didn't want to miss because I was stunned. Now I'm back around to 69. I'm still going to have to expose myself to Artie, but this guy has to go down next. He's the eyes for the Artie. The faster he dies, the better. There he goes. And honestly, I probably should have kept going forward, but I was getting greedy. I wanted to turn right around. At least my momentum would have made the artillery made the shot from the artillery a little more difficult. So I'm going to come up over here, and it's clean up on Al2 for the most part, unless we make some very serious mistakes in here. There's no way they're going to come back. I'm at 3,148 with 3 kills. The SU-100 is down there, so I'm looking to come after him. The Artie's absolutely hammering this poor guy. Looking to come up and over and kill him, but I don't think he survives. Nope. And then I find the Hellcat and make a dumb shot. I shoot on the move. Worried a little too much about the artillery. I should have just stopped and taken the shot. This guy has no idea what's going on. He goes down. By the way, that's a horrendously bad spot right there. Artillery hits me. Why not? The rest of the team can't do anything, but you can blap me from the red line with your massive HE splash. Fantastic. 444 on a near miss. Awesome. 3,250 damage. Only 64 assist. I'll just do it all myself. Where is that Scorpion? Up and over. Very slow. Scorpion is hiding still. M12 is near dead. Looks like he might have got countered, or potentially one of those guys up above him shot him and didn't quite kill him. And now I'm looking for the Scorp or the M4043, which I believe is actually up in the A0. I didn't know that right now. There he is. There's the Scorp. He's just hiding up in a ridiculous crevice up top. That is camping at its finest. There's some RNG finally taking pity on me. And I just wait for him to back up. You want to do that, don't you? Yeah, there you go. Another shot into him. And down he goes. The artillery is indeed up in A0. I actually head off to the west, or the east, sorry, looking for him, hoping he's actually at about G0, and I might get the kill myself, but he actually ended up being up at A0, and all the prototype and everybody jump all over him. So there's an example. Angles matter. Whether it's creating new angles, either initially or later on in the game, or reacting to bad angles being created on you, this game really is, to a large extent, as far as being good at positioning and then micro positioning within your macro areas, like that fight up in the northwest. It really is about creating the right angles, whether it's your tank or your gun line or whatever it is. Lots to learn on that. The more you know about the maps, the better. The more you know about the flow and the typical moves and counter moves by people, the better. But remember, angles matter. All right, that is all I got. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you.